Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have changed locations for today because I am playing around with my lighting in the basement and I'm having some struggles and I just didn't have time to mess with it today and I wanted to get this video filmed. So filming up in my room, I used to do this a lot when I first started my channel, and you will notice if you're new that I will film up here more in like the summer months, May, June, July, August, because it gets so hot here in Las Vegas, and even in my basement it just gets too hot and I'm sweating under those lights. It's actually freezing here right now. I cannot believe how cold it is. It was like almost 80 a couple weeks ago, and now we're sitting at 40 degrees and it's looking like it's not gonna warm up for at least a week, so very unusual. But anyway, I hope you will like just, the change, more natural light. I actually like the way my makeup looks and the way my hair looks much better in natural lighting. I think that you guys can see colors better, but anyway, today I have an Ulta haul for you. It's actually an accumulation from a couple of hauls. I have these orange bags all around my house. And the reason why I go to Ulta so often is because they're just really convenient for me. There has to be at least 4 or 5 Ultas within a 15-mile radius of my house, maybe 7 or 8 within 25 miles. So I have a lot of access to Ulta. I go to my parents' house and they live a minute from an Ulta. I go another direction. They're always around and I always seem to need something or want something. And I had been seeing a lot about that Makeup Revolution concealer on a lot of other YouTube channels and on social media, talking about how it was a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. And I love Tarte Shape Tape. I've used it in many of my videos for the last year or even 2, however long since it's launched. And I am totally down for finding a much less expensive dupe. So I went to one Ulta in town and they didn't have it at all. Then I went to one of the bigger Ultas that's known to have more stock and they had them, but they were out of pretty much all of the light colors except for the lightest. And then they had some of the darkest colors, but everything in between was gone. But there was one in the shade C7. And by the way, this is called the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. So I spotted this C7 just sitting there by itself. I picked it up and I thought, oh, that's probably gonna be too dark for me because I like to go about a half a shade to a full shade lighter for my concealer than my foundation, because I do like to kind of highlight with it. I don't like ultra bright under eye, but I do like a little bit of lightness there. So I quickly looked up online, pulled out my phone and looked to see how dark this actually would be. And it didn't seem like it would be too bad. And just looking at the packaging, I thought, it's only like $6 or $7. I'll put all the correct prices in the description, or on the screen. But I also knew I could, return it if it didn't work. But actually, this is the perfect color for me. It was like it was just sitting there with my name on it because I do have it on now. My makeup, I say that it's clear in this natural light, but it also could look a little lighter than it really is. But I don't know, it looks okay in my viewfinder. And it looks okay when I photograph it. And I've been wearing it for a couple weeks now and nobody has said that my concealer looks too light. So that's good. But this concealer is so good. Is it a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape? I would have to say yes. The coverage is similar, the feeling is similar. Now, people have said, I've heard, that they actually like it better than the Tarte Shape Tape because the Tarte dries out their under eyes. I don't have that problem with the Tarte. I do have that problem with it drying out if I decide to use a little bit on my lid before I apply eyeshadow. Now that's when I feel like it does get a little dry and patchy, so I tend to not use that on my lid at all. And with this one, I can put the concealer underneath my eye and a little bit on the lid, and it doesn't look dry. This is such a great find, in my opinion. I've also been hearing a lot about Makeup Revolution's other products, that they're pretty good overall. So I decided to pick up an eyeshadow palette. I follow on Instagram a blogger who goes by the name of Smash Bravo, and she buys a lot of stuff and she swatches a lot of stuff. She has an amazing blog, an amazing Instagram page, so I do recommend you go check her out for swatches and new products and things like that. And she was raving about these and I saw that they had them in stock at Ulta. and they were $7. So I was debating between these two. This one is Iconic Fever, and this is Iconic Neutrals 2. Now I know you're probably thinking what I thought. Between the two of these, it looks like you have yourself a Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. And you kind of do. And I was debating on which one to get, like I said, but then I stopped and thought to myself, why don't you just buy them both? They are $7 each, $14 for all of these colors. And I think I had a $3.50 off coupon. So I went and I bought them both, and I love them. I have a mixture of the two on today. I really like this Iconic Neutrals 2 that has more of like the pinky shades. I'll show it to you again. But I use that for some of my transition colors and lid colors, and then I like the browns in this one. This has a lot of nice deep browns. I use those today. And then I like to use, no, I think I used, yeah, for my underbrow highlight today, I actually used this shade right here. So this is what I have under my brows. Look at that pigment. Here's one of the browns. Here is one of the shimmer shades. The pigment contained in these shadows is unbelievable. I can't stress enough how impressed I am with these products, this palette. And then I also picked up from Makeup Revolution this Sugar and Spice blush palette. This is also so impressive. Today I am wearing this kind of peachy color right here, and then I use this as my highlighter. Again, these are just really, really pigmented, such a pretty range of colors. I had never thought to use a pinky toned highlighter ever, but I actually really, really like the way it looks. I am just so happy with this overall makeup look that the products I'm showing you today have given me, and all but two of them are crazy affordable. And then for my brows, I finally picked up this Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mousse. I've been told over and over that it's a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow, and I would have to say I agree. The brush is nearly identical, not quite the same, but I like that it's tiny, that it just really works. I don't have a lot of brows, so I kind of build them up. And yeah, I definitely would agree that for the price, I think this is $2.99, you can't not at least try it. It sets the brows nicely. It adds a little bit of color. I went with shade 2, I think. I can't read this. They make the writing so small. But yeah, I think it's shade 2. I didn't get the blonde. I got the medium tone. And it just adds a little bit of depth to my brows. And again, $2.99, you can't go wrong. So I would definitely say this is an excellent budget-friendly dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow. Now the foundation I have on, I'm also really, really impressed with. I'm not impressed with the shade selection. It's terrible, it's pitiful. And I didn't really get the perfect color for me. It only works when I've been self-tanning. And that is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. And I bought the shade Natural. I think there was only 5 shades at the Ulta that I went to. I know, horribly, horribly pitiful shade selection. I actually went in looking for their new matte foundation that I saw advertised on Instagram that appeared to have 25 shades, being inclusive of everybody, but the store didn't have it. And I had heard good reviews on this, so I decided to purchase it. I believe it was $10, and it is incredible. If you like medium to full coverage and a really flawless look, this is definitely worth trying. I mean, good luck finding your perfect match, but maybe they'll come out with more shades, or I'm still gonna try that matte foundation once it comes out and compare it, because this doesn't keep me matte all day, but then again, hardly anything does. But it does stay on all day, and the coverage is amazing. This Natural is yellow based, so if you like a little bit of yellow in your foundation, it's really beautiful. It just goes on great. It wears well. I have to blot, yes, a couple times during the day, but I have been using this a lot lately, and I highly recommend it. Now this, I believe I have showed you already in a tutorial or two. It is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade London. I have not put down this lip liner since I purchased it a couple weeks ago. It is the perfect nude lip liner for, well, your nude-ish, nude pink lipsticks, and I wear a lot of those. So I did do a pretty heavy swatch of this, but I have it on now, and hopefully you can see that it is pretty light. It works well with light lipsticks and glosses. It glides on the lips so nicely. It's long wearing. Can't say enough good things about this. Now I'm going to show you the couple products that I purchased over in the prestige area of Ulta. The first one being this Bareminerals Gen Nude Lip Gloss. This was a new display. I believe it's a new product. They have their Gen Nude lipsticks, liquid lipsticks, but this shiny, it's supposed to be, I can't remember the full name, but it's a glossy gloss, and I love a gloss. And I cannot resist a nude gloss. And I am wearing it right now. The shade is called #LifeGoals, and I will swatch it for you. It's an opaque gloss. I prefer an opaque gloss. I know some people prefer a more sheer gloss that they can layer, but I like an opaque that I don't have to wear a lipstick underneath. I mean, I like both, and I have different uses for both. Really like a shiny nude. And this is making it look a little bit lighter than it is. It doesn't wash me out. It photographs beautifully. And so this is the lip combo I have on. So that is the Gen Nude Gloss, and then that is the NYX Lip Liner. I also decided to purchase this Becca Under Eye Brightening Setting Powder. Now, it looks just like the Laura Mercier eye brightener. This one, though, has like a dual chamber, so you can close it so it doesn't get all over like mine has, because I did not close the chamber. So this is supposed to set your under eyes, give them a brightening effect. And I would say that if you already own the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, you don't need this. I feel like they perform the same or similar. I didn't really detect much difference when I used one day and one another day. I feel like if you go too heavy with either, and you do have a lot of under eye texture, if you use too much, it can and probably will settle into lines underneath the eyes. But as far as powdering under the eyes go, because a lot of you know at when you're over 35, 40, and you have more texture under the eyes, you can't really do the baking process that a lot of YouTubers do. But if you do want to set your under eye concealer with powder, using one that's formulated specifically for the under eye area is really best, because it is going to be thinner and silkier and smoother and have light reflecting particles to actually smooth out the under eye area. So I do recommend this if you are in the market for a under eye setting powder and you don't already have the Laura Mercier. And finally, last month, I think it was, I was asking for recommendations for hair care, shampoo and conditioner for my damaged hair. And a lot of people recommended Pureology. So I had, at the time that I bought this, I did have a 20% off coupon. I'm platinum at Ulta, so they're always sending me, well, not always, but it seems like in the last month or so, I've gotten several 20% off coupons that include prestige. Not that I'm complaining, but it makes me buy probably more than I should. It just brings me in. I'm like, oh, I have a coupon, I have to use this. And I go in. Like I said, I have easy access to Ulta. So it's just, yeah, it's not good. It is not good for my wallet. Anyway, I purchased the Pureology Strength Cure shampoo and conditioner. I was hesitant to spend so much on these because I've tried Pureology in the past and I wasn't blown away, but I thought it's been years since I gave it a try, and so I bought the shampoo and conditioner. I think they're working okay. It's so hard for me to tell if I hate a shampoo and conditioner, but it's so hard for me to tell if it's actually making its claims as far as repairing my hair and making it healthier, because I am taking vitamins also I feel are growing my hair and making it healthier. So I don't really know what's really having the most impact. I know the vitamins are what's making it grow, which I'm happy about, but as far as the condition of my actual hair, who knows? What I don't like about these is the smell. Everyone, of course, has their own preferences to scents. I know some people don't like the way that the Ouai, O-U-A-I, serum that I use smells, but I personally love it. Or if you look up any of the reviews of that brand on Sephora.com, people will either say they love the fragrance that's in it or they'll say that they hate it. So it's very subjective, but for me, there's something about this that's off-putting. It's not horrible and I don't feel like it lasts throughout the day, but when I'm using it, the experience isn't all that pleasant for me because I just don't love it. It reminds me actually of when I was younger and I would go stay at my grandma's house and her bathroom sort of smelled like baby powder and roses. I've always said that I am terrible at describing scents, but that's what comes to mind when I use these. It's just heavy baby powder with a hint of rose, and I'm not a fan of it. All right, that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing about what I picked up recently from Ulta in the course of a couple of trips, but why not just do one bigger haul? Let me know in the comments if you plan to try any of the items I gave little mini reviews on, or if you have tried them and what your feelings are. And also let me know if you'd like to see me do more hauls. I don't tend to do very many of these on my channel, but I am willing to do more. I don't often go and spend hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars at Sephora or Ulta at one time like some other big YouTubers do. I just can't and won't. I mean, I certainly probably spend that over the course of a few trips. Maybe within 2 or 3 months, I'll drop $1,000. I didn't get to the Sephora VIB Rouge by not spending money that I probably shouldn't have. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on hauls in general. And please subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and Twitter. I keep saying Snapchat, but I really have not used it since they did that update. So I, like a lot of people, I'm just kind of frustrated that they even did this update, but still. Everything, all my other social media is Risa Does Makeup. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again very soon.